Hey folks, what's up? This is Jeff with District with JTT. And boy, but if those who've been living under a rock, we know what's going on. But first, let me give you a proper intro before I get started here. Because I want to do this right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what's up. For starters, we're gonna talk about what happened this past week to a certain celebrity, a person who's like a well-known superstar, and his name was Sean Combs, formerly known as Puffy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, and now you got the more infamous name, the Diddler. I know it sounds like a Batman character for the road galleries. For those of you who don't know, but I have a feeling some of you do know, he was arrested. And here's proof of this. He was arrested in Manhattan Hotel. The caption reads, "The moment Diddy was arrested by federal agents in New York. Here's the moment Diddy's whole life changed." Yeah, the funny thing is that this guy had nothing but trouble. Well, this guy, have a rap sheet. I mean, you heard a guy's got a rap sheet? No, this guy had a rap sheet like like Al Capone. I'm not gonna say he's like a capo. No way. I'm not saying that, but Diddy's pretty much up there. Basically, you heard how he tried to his attorney tried to have probably help post bail for him twice, only get shot down twice because this is something beyond state. This is federal on an ex trafficking charge. I try to keep it clean on that, and especially across straight line. That's not straight state lines and all that. And it's looking bad for him. And if I'm a betting man, Diddy's not the first one to go. He's not to be the first one to be taken, be taken down by the feds. Being maritime for somebody else is next. I hope I want to say it's cap, but it's not. It's not. No lie. But the irony is that is he in danger at the MDC? Where's enough footage that talks about that as well? Check this out real quick. There he is, like in Central Park in public. Probably the last time. Basically spent his last day during the fest because I looked at his face. He looks like he knew what's coming. He had a feeling he knows this day was coming. He just knew. He just knew that this day was coming and all that. And normally he gets in the situation, you think like, well, I make a settlement, I put something up for bail, whatever. I try to put pressure on the people who accuse me, pay them off. Not this time. That's why I didn't go for the bail. This like, no, not this time. Already beforehand, he's ready to try to put pressure on the witnesses not to say a word. And this time, the Fed said, not this time. No way. And treasure trove of evidence they yanked and got from Diddy from the raids in Miami and California. I was like hearing like the stuff to pull down. I'm thinking like, what? I can't get over it. I can't. I cannot. And like I said, I know there are like legions of at least about quite a few eyewitnesses and people in there. And here's the funny thing. It's not just people who work for Diddy to do his biddings, to carry out these criminal acts and all that. There are people up top who's involved in there too. So if Diddy's going to be the one who's going to be thrown in prison. Believe you me, there were a few other high-level people in the entertainment business. They told to get tagged too. I promise you. Diddy won't be the first, but he won't be the last either. Keep that in mind. And in fact, people's calling Diddy, the black version of Jeffrey Epstein, which is kind of creepy and worrisome. I mean, there's a lot of weird things I heard about Diddy, but this is insane. I think being at Metropolitan Detention Center, now they got him under suicide watch.
Placed under watch while he's awaiting his trial. Diddy was arrested at a Manhattan hotel on the night of September 16. The next day, his indictment was unsealed, revealing that he was charged with many crimes. He was remanded to MDC the next day after pleading not guilty and being denied bail twice this week. It is not known if Diddy is thinking bad things or how long he has been on watch. Sources have told People magazine that it is for preventative measures as Diddy is in shock and his mental state is unclear. According to the Department of Justice National Institute of Corrections, watch is supervisory precautions taken for inmates that require frequent observation. This has worried many people because people were not expecting this, and many people believe it's something that could possibly happen. A lot of people believe that under no circumstance anyone deserves this to happen, and others believe that if he does anything, that will mean he will never go to jail, and his victims will never be able to get justice for what happened. It's easily become the biggest topic on the whole internet of today.
That's true. That's true. A lot of people who were victims of Diddy, they want justice. So in terms of suicide watch, I say do yourself a favor. Learn from mistakes from Jeffrey Epstein and don't fall for his like, well, Jeffrey Epstein, I'm sorry, folks. People gotta think I'm wrong for saying that. Jeffrey Epstein, I say like other people say it too. Jeffrey Epstein, I repeat, Jeffrey Epstein did not commit suicide. He knows the names who've been on his island. He knows the people who've been on his island, who had no business on his island. And I'm not talking about regular folks who have money. I mean big name, maybe politicians, entertainers, athletes, big league people that Jeffrey Epstein knows. And I have a gut feeling his girlfriend, who's still alive, made the assurance in case something happens to her, their names going to be released en masse. Not just names of the people, not just times, but the type of victims they probably mess with. So Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, she's taking no chance. She saw what happened to Jeffrey. Because I know she's not buying like, oh, Jeffrey took his life. No, he did not. Jeffrey thought he had all the chips, all the cards. Nope. Whoever took him out, they make sure if that table got flipped permanently. Jeff did not take himself out. Somebody else did, for the most obvious reason, because he knows who was on his island, when, and who did it with. Jeffrey Epstein knew until Jeff became no more. And there's nothing more dangerous than somebody has some very, very serious dirt on you, and you do anything and everything they keep you out of that situation. Facts.
One fan said, "This is really concerning. Diddy's arrest and charges are already shocking, but now being placed on watch suggests he's struggling to cope. I hope he gets the support he needs during this difficult time, no matter what you think of him." Another fan said, "Honestly, I'm not surprised. There have been whispers about Diddy's questionable behavior for years. It's about time he's held accountable for his actions. I hope this serves as a warning to other powerful figures in the entertainment industry." And finally, one more fan said, "I hope nothing happens. He needs to go to jail so that his victims finally get justice for what happened to them. It would be awful if they don't get the justice they deserve."
Facts. He, like I said, Harvey Weinstein is another monster. I'm surprised he's still breathing. To my surprise, he's not the the guy's a total. The whole monster's kind of putting it politely. But here's the funniest thing. You got a couple of people who called it. You got a couple of people who predicted this is going to happen. One of them is Jaguar Wright. And the funniest thing when Jaguar Wright, listen here.
Should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it on.
Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
Now, Carisha and Rick Ross just sat down together in an
Yeah,
interview.
I know. Two Diddy doo-wop bops. What a reunion. Only thing they got
Once upon a time, so it said she was talking smack. She's a hater because she knows herself. Nope. She said another podcast that she would not allow herself to be sacrificed. You know, like Jay-Z did. Jay-Z and P Diddy did to other people. And as an end result, she called it, and it came to pass. I believe Cat Williams predicted that this could be the year that a lot of secrets would be revealed. He called it. Somehow, Cat Williams dodged several bullets. I mean, like, call Cat Williams like, a version of Neo, because he dodged those bullets, especially dealing with Diddy. I heard some very wild, crazy things with Diddy. I'm thinking, like, wow. The most infamous thing I heard about is something called freak out parties. And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, just the sound of it says anything. They got another name for it. And then I had to pause and like, oh, that word. I forgot about the word. I'm not going to say it, but the first part of the word is Roman. That's all I'm going to say. And by the way, speaking of Roman, I'm going to talk about another character who was like up there with Diddy, who's that twisted and that deranged, and the person's name is Caligula. Let me see if I can find out about Caligula. In fact, I could go to my Copilot AI and ask. So let me ask my Microsoft Copilot AI about it. See, and I'll ask. Who was Caligula? Hope I said it right. Not really. Not really. In some ways, P. Diddy remind me of Caligula. In fact, while thinking about it, hold on a sec. Let me go to Wikipedia so I could. There you go. Oh man, his stone bust looks crazy. Man, that Caligula's one twisted puppy. But then again, from hearing, so is Diddy, and that's not a good thing. Not a good thing. Basically, you heard of absolute power corrupts absolutely. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what happened with Diddy. Post this thing about Caligula, and boom. You can check it out for yourself. This is about Caligula, and go over here quickly. Yeah, so basically, these are things I see similar with Caligula and P. Diddy. For example, like he was used to be I think he used to work with Biggie. In fact, he's like work with Biggie. I'm not gonna lie. I know of Biggie Smalls way better than I know of Sean Combs or Puff Daddy. The moment that Biggie, unfortunately got taken off the census, all of a sudden, Puff Daddy was on a rise in a way you cannot begin to imagine. I think he's like started or head of Bad Boy Productions, all that stuff. But here's the thing: that's when his infamous behavior became known. He became infamous for erratic, cruel behavior, like weird behaviors, cruelty towards like women. One was Cassie Ventura. There's a video of him smacking up Cassie in the hotel. There's like footage of that, and then going back to the freak-off parts. I'm like, what the heck? Oh, I mean, unbelievable. Like I said, one thing's got a post on here as well about how he tried to post $50 million bails the first few times he tried to get on bail, and they wasn't gonna move. They said like, not this time. We're not gonna budge on this one here because, quite simply, we're not gonna take the chance of you tampering with witnesses. And trust, there's a lot of people who's looking forward as getting justice in terms of what Diddy did to him. And I gotta go to with Justin Bieber though. I'm going like, I didn't know about this part. I mean, this is one of the things you say, like, just you thought you seen it all. No, you haven't. You haven't seen it all. In fact, I'm sorry I seen it in the first place when it comes to the situation with Diddy. But that's like downright shocking, amazing. See, where can I find? There's something specific I want to find though that, if I get started here. Oh, here we go. This one I need to go. The Associated Press. And you already know about the two raids as both the two of his homes, which is Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California. Now, it's bad enough if it would have been cops. That's bad. But with Homeland Security, you know something to get the feds' attention to a point where they got to do something about it quickly, and they did. They did. They got, I think, at least 3 AK-47s or something like that, assault rifles. Where's Kamala Harris on that, by the way? Not a word. Shocker. And 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube. No brother is that dry. In fact, I hear stories how Diddy's workers had make sure his hotels are stocked with that. No brother's that dry. I don't think the Sandman, one of Spider-Man's enemies, is that dry. For real. And I heard something else was found. I'm not going to repeat on here. I refuse. Let's just say I'm going like, oh. And I'm kind of shaking my head going like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like I said, this case is where he got hit with tons of allegations. Okay, you want to know what's in the indictment? The allegations dated to 2008. Indictment accused of Combs abusing and threatening, coercing women for years. And there's going to be lots of it. It's not going to be like just 1, 2. It's going to be lots of women. But this dude is this. When I say the guy's like Caligula, look up the term of the century. I'm not kidding. And this is what it says here. This is a reading from Associated Press here. Abusing women for years. It describes him inducing female victims and sex workers into drugged up, sometimes day-long actual performances known as the freak-offs. It also refers to an attack on his former girlfriend and R&B singer Cassie that was captured on video. I'm thinking like, wow. And he pleaded not guilty to the X trafficking and racketeering. So basically, this we go into the RICO thing. So what I mean by RICO? Okay, let's go to the RICO charge explained. Now, a RICO charge refers to accusation under the Racketeering, Influence, and Corruption Organization. So basically, they had lots of like companies and all this stuff. He has an actual organization of companies, people, and all that. This law enacted in 1970 aims to combat organized crime by allowing for extended criminal penalties and civil actions for acts performed as part of an ongoing criminal organization. Yeah, that's about it. And this what makes you say like, okay, this is why Diddy got hit with the RICO charge. Now the RICO Act targets a wide range of criminal activities, including racketeering. Yes, they got him on that, which involves crimes like murder, kidnapping. Like the murder, I don't know. Kidnapping, yes. Gambling, I'm not sure about. Arson, I think somebody took one of the cars and hit a Molotov cartel. Drug trafficking, of course. Bribery, of course. That's pretty much it, though. But here's the scary thing, though. One of the key features of a RICO charge is that it allows prosecutors to charge the leaders of criminal organizations for crimes they ordered others to commit, even if they didn't directly participate in the criminal acts. So that's pretty much it. And Diddy wasn't saying like, hey, I want you to take out so-and-so. Even though the person did a dirty job, the fact that Diddy put out the hit saying like, go ahead, do this, he just as liable as a person who like say committed that crime. Simple as that. So the RICO Act is nothing to play with whatsoever. So anybody who want to jump in, speak on this, feel free and all that. Or got any comments, feel free. Because I'm still going shaking my head like, wow, that's just ridiculous beyond words. I still can't believe this as well. I'm kind of wondering though, like, is Sean Combs on that Jeffrey Epstein? I kind of wonder. I'm trying to look at the list, and the thing, like, to be honest though, I'm not 100% sure because like one person said, like, well, this list is fake. It's like there's no way to confirm that. I'm gonna try to see if there's any hardcore proof behind it. It's one thing if you see people go take certain flights to go to certain islands and all that stuff. That's one way to trace it though, but the actual person or the stone cold proof is no longer among the living anymore. But let me see who else I got here with this dude here. Oh yeah. Also too, this past year, Combs has been sued by people who said he's subjected to physical or sexual abuse. He denied many of these allegations. Well, you can deny, and not deny and lie. You can try to pull a Shaggy and say it wasn't me as much as you want. The moment that evidence is, and one thing that he did that pretty much like put the nails in his own coffin, he got video of all his victims, and don't be surprised he see himself in there. Try to use the video and video footage to bribe and coerce the people to doing whatever he wants. But if he's in it, he pretty much just condemned himself in that sense. You got some of the sons coming to the courthouse earlier this week. There's some see, try to find, here we go. Yeah, basically they held on to it. He's not gonna be leaving. He's being held out there because he's too much of a danger for anybody leaving. And the funny part, he offered to get the attorney offered to give up Diddy's passport, anything pertaining to his kids. He gonna take drug tests. There be no female visitors. He might get all that, and said no, he's way too big a risk. Basically, Diddy is on the same threat level as a drug cartel and the mafia. That's a big deal, and those two entities is nothing to joke with. So currently, Diddy's at the MDC, the Metropolitan Detention Center, awaiting trial. Like I said, his mental state is not the same because think of it this way, though. We talk about a man who's being in a lap of luxuries at the height of his power and brought down the lowest of low. That is harsh. That's harsh for him. Let's see. Right now, I'm looking at Associated Press right now as we speak. Okay, hold on here. Wow. So basically, they try to deny that all these charges that Diddy's being accused of. Now, some people say no, but there's going to be some people that say yes, there is. He's not a perfect person, to say the least. And also pointed out to the 2016 video of Combs assaulting a woman as she attempts to leave a California hotel. Most likely that be Cassie, I think. Oh, shoot. It says the prosecutors say it happened after one of the freak-offs to find an indictment as elaborate and produce X performances. And this person identified a woman who was attacked by a video from, oh, okay, it was Cassie. Never mind. Justice, okay, I forgot, okay, who was Justice? I think he's probably the prosecutors, I think, if I'm correct. Did not identify the woman who was attacked, but the video from that time, first published by CNN this year, shows, okay, This shows Combs attacking R&B singer Cassie. Johnson said Combs attempted to bribe a hotel security officer with a handful of cash in exchange for his silence, but was unsuccessful. Wow. He must have saw what's going on, saying, no, I'm not being quiet. Within days of the video of the incident, disappeared from the hotel service. Oh, shoot. Johnson said prosecutors argued that it was a coincidence. So basically, even though the guy said he's not going to be quiet, he tried to make the video surveillance disappeared. But I bet you the amount of money that video what somehow went to, I'm not saying to a cloud, but someone went off-site, I think. Yep. So basically, it's proof that if you try to say he did harm her, yeah, he got busted. So there you go. Hold on a sec. This what it says here. Look at one of the court cases here, sealed up. The document says United States District Court, Southern District of New York, United States of America versus, if only you see what I see, folks, Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, a.k.a. Love. How many nicknames do you need? How many nicknames do you need? Seriously, how many nicknames do you need? Prosecutors argue that Combs should remain in jail, which he's in right now. No question about it. Now, as I read this, this is like, all these things that took place. It's like it's going backwards as I'm reading this, so bear with me. Federal prosecutors have asked that Combs be jailed without bail, while Combs has proposed release on $50 million bail. They already tried it already. It's not going to go. And basically, he's facing a possibility of being in prison for life. He's in there possibly for life. I imagine at the bare minimum, he might be in there for about what? 20 years, if he's lucky. Keywords, if. If he does a good behavior, if he's lucky. Now, he's in his 50s right now. Let's say for the sake of argument, he gets out, he'd be in his 70s. And that's a big if. And right now, they're fearful for his safety there because the Metropolitan Detention Center in New York is very infamous. It has like all sorts of problems. People commit suicide. There were fights. I think one year there was a power outage in January during the coldest time of year. It was total darkness. It was cold, so the inmates suffered a lot. I think a lawsuit was filed after that situation as well. Now, going back here about being denied bail, this what says here. Federal prosecutors have asked that Combs be jailed without bail, while Combs' attorney proposed he be released on $50 million bail. Now, for the money this guy has, $50 million is not that much. It's like almost, I'm not going to say it's chump change, but it's not going to break his bank, not by a stretch. In court, Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson, it's a lady, my bad, said the government is seeking Combs' detention on multiple bases, including severity of the charges against him and the potential punishment of life in prison. She argued that he's a flight risk and they are a risk of witness intimidation. And that is fact. The man owns a jet. You're going to tell me he's not going to bounce and go to another country? There are countries that have some type of laws where you can't just drag a person back to the United States. I forgot what it's called, but there's a law where, like say, if you commit a crime, you go to another country, extradition. Okay, there's an anti-extradition law. Especially you can't just, like say, if a person goes to a country and, like say, I forgot what country, but let's say, for example, he runs to Mexico and he said, like, look, I'm a Mexican citizen. You can't drag me back, against my will. He goes to Mexican embassy, stuff like that. You can't drag him there. He's going to stay as long as he wants. Look at Roman Polanski. I think he's in France right now. He's one who raped an underage girl. And he stayed in France since the moment he set foot in this country. You know he's getting thrown in jail. You know he's going to face prison time. But the guy's like mad old. Roman Polanski's got to be what? It's like 60s, 70s. I don't know. No, he's like 70s, 80s. Who knows? In fact, I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to ask pilot, how was Roman Polanski? How old is Roman Polanski? No. 91. Wow. He's mad old. That monster's that old. But going back to the thing with P. Diddy here. But simply put, he been abusing his victims for decades. He uses vast resources of his company to facilitate his abuse and cover up his crimes. Simply put, he's a serial abuser and a serial obstructor. Facts. Facts. Either bribery, coercion, or extortion, you name it. Hence why he got hit with RICO charges as well. And of course, it says Combs pleaded not guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, and ex-trafficking charges. Of course, you got to say that. He sat stoically, showing no reaction on his face. A U.S. magistrate, Judge Robin F. Tonovsky, read the following allegations. Combs stood to enter his plea. Combs, do you wish to enter the plea? Tonovsky asked. Not guilty, Combs replied. Of course, got to say that. But make a long story short, though, he's pretty much cooked. I mean, P. Diddy is very cooked. All these things that took place when he got arrested up to the point. Which hold a sec. I'm gonna give you guys a copy of all the diamonds he got hit with, so you see what I'm talking about. Here you go, right here. Woo-wee. Let me see, get this one off. There, done. Okay, and bear with me. Oh yeah, this is right here. Yeah, just talk about the Metropolitan Detention Center. They call it like hell on earth, and there are quite a few famous people that was there as well. One of them people there was Michael Cohen, former lawyer for President Trump. He was there for a year. He knew it was tough. But what else? Who else was there? Another name who was there was R. Kelly. Farmer Bro Martin Shkreli. Socialite. I kept Ghislaine Maxwell. Basically, she was Jeffrey Epstein's ex, but Epstein was taken out. One-time cryptocurrency whiz kid Sam Bankman-Fried and rapper Fetty Wap. Nice name. Suspected cartel leader Ishmael Emil Zambada Garcia, as he awaits trial. So basically, like the detention center is not like a permanent jail. It's more like a holding place for high-level guys and all that stuff until trial. But the place is still dangerous. I mean, like, one of the things say, like, pills allowed, of course. You don't want to begin to know how that could happen. Inmate violence is very, very bad. And I think this is where, okay, Jeffrey Epstein didn't die there, but still, they try not to make the same mistakes that they did with Jeffrey Epstein and all that. So basically, this is life. This would be life for Diddy in this place. He's waking up on a steel bed with a 1.5 inch mattress. So 1.5 inch, basically, is about maybe like this thick. Not very comfortable. You might as well sleep on the frame itself. It's not very comfortable. Unless it's one of those real thick memory foam types, yeah, you're not gonna have very comfortable sleep. That's one. And he's in an 8 by 10 foot cell. So in one sense, that's good, because I'm not saying it's good, but 8 by 10. So I think, am I in an 8 by 10? Stuff like that. So basically, in one sense, at least you can move around a little bit, but it could be worse. There's some cells that's like 3 by 5. Yes, I did mention in one of my uploads that one group of cells where you're staying in is about 3 by 5 feet. Now, I'm not saying height is 5 feet because that makes any sense. I mean, it's like 8 feet tall, but it's about 3 feet wide, 5 feet long. It's a little like, it must be a closet. You know, it must be a closet, for heaven's sakes. It's a literal closet. You know, like basically when they say this described as hell on earth, there's a reason why they call that. Like I talk about how one person who got on trial for gun charges, like Uriel White, was stabbed to death by another inmate. Another inmate, Edwin Kodorok, died in a fight that broke out inside a prison. And 1 January 2019, and it was a cold winter there, a prolonged power outage plunged the correctional facility into crisis, leaving inmates in near total darkness for a week, exposing them to frigid temperatures that swept northeast. Oh yeah, that had to suck. That had to suck in the worst way. It's bad enough you're in prison. That sucks as it is. You're in total darkness and you're about to freeze to death. That's not a good thing. And they got sued. And the Bureau of Prisons settled a lawsuit that last summer by compensating 1,600 inmates total approximately $10 million for during the frigid and inhumane conditions as a result of the power outage. So basically, yeah, they caught a lot of heat for that. So I'll go on to hold on a sec. I'll go give you guys this one here as well, so you can see for yourselves. Yep. I mean, I've seen some crazy stuff before, but I'm like, wow, there's no way. There's no way. But yeah, but here we are. But long story short, folks, this issue with P. Diddy is getting really, really bad. With Jaguar, right? At first, I've done like, but then again, I look very carefully. I heard the stories about the freak off parties and all that stuff. I'm going like, they can't be. Now, those of you who doubt the existence of freak off parties, because there's like wild after parties and all that after like say award show stuff like that, and they have been known for some real wild parties. But can I surprise you people? They had a commercial for one of those wild parties at Diddy's. Think I'm kidding? You think I'm capping? Well, hold on to your shirts, folks, because here we go. That's just one. That was just one. I'm going like, you can't be serious, folks. You can't be serious. I mean, the things you find make you go like, nah, no way. But the second one's really got to mess up. That wasn't a commercial per se. This is the actual commercial.
Commercial that is showing a Diddy party, and all of these celebrities on there are talking about Diddy's freak off parties. This commercial is absolutely crazy, and you cannot tell me that all of these people in Hollywood haven't known, just like Cat Williams said, about Diddy parties. Derek Jeter is the first one to start talking about Diddy's parties in this commercial, and look under his name, it says The Art of Swinging. He goes on to explain how Diddy had a party for 5 days in a row on his private jet called Air Diddy, and he honestly doesn't see how he did that. You also have other celebrities in this commercial talking about Diddy parties. One of them is Nicole Richie, and it says next to her name that she had been to 4,500 and some Diddy parties. And then you even have Fat Joe in this commercial.
Okay, I got something right there. How can you attend over 4,500 Diddy parties? How? Why? And what age she got started doing this? Yeah. More things make you go, whoa.
Commercial talking about Diddy's parties after the parties. Like, this shit is absolutely wild. I honestly don't remember this commercial, but it was used for the VMAs. Cat Williams literally told us that he's heard about Diddy parties for years and the people that go there, and he said Diddy likes to party and he always knew to tell him no, and how he was offered so much money for his hole. I don't
Makes you kind of wonder how many celebrities have Diddy hit? Not just female. Not just female.
I don't care what nobody tells me. All of this Diddy stuff was well known in Hollywood, and this commercial is literally showing it. I'm gonna go ahead and roll y'all this crazy ass commercial about Diddy parties, and you guys let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments.
For the next 53 seconds, we'll take an in-depth look inside Diddy parties.
Diddy once threw a party on a jet flying around the world. Now, it started on a Tuesday and somehow ended on the previous Sunday. I don't know how he did that.
Now that I'm engaged, I've decided to slow down a little. 3 Diddy parties a week. Maybe 4. Well, not including the weekends.
Well, I remember one day we went to this Diddy party. Well, what happened? Lil Jon forgot his pimp cup.
Yep.
D-Rock went to Diddy and asked if he had a pimp cup Lil Jon can borrow.
And he had a whole bunch of pimp cups.
He had a pimp set.
See him like a king, or like an emperor, like Caligula.
It's hard to say which is more off the hook, a Diddy party or a Diddy after party, or a Diddy after party, which is basically a pre-party for the next Diddy party.
The Diddy party legend continues tonight at 8 p.m. 7.
Hosted by Diddy. You know there could be loads of alcohol by the gallons. And don't get me started on the drugs. So Diddy did all this insanity, all this craziness. But you honestly believe that enough's gonna come from it? You honestly believe with all your heart, all your soul that that nothing is going to happen. You honestly believe that. You honestly believe that, that he's going to escape from this. He's not. I mean, he got himself in some deep trouble before and somehow skated off there. Paid off some people, maybe intimidated some people, but not this time around. But like I said before, he's not the first one to get dragged to federal court and possibly thrown in prison, facing a possible life sentence. But there'll be others. There's no way that he go for a Diddy party with other big names involved. You heard Jaguar right. Diddy's not the first. He won't be the last. It's only a matter of time for you hear other names get pulled into it. Just a matter of time. They're kind of hoping we kind of like turn our backs, look the other way, but we're watching. We're watching. So basically, anybody who's so eager to become famous by any means necessary, think again. Because in essence, you're selling your soul to the devil. And people say I'm out of pocket saying it, but in some ways, Diddy is one of the devil's agents. Because look what happened to Justin Bieber. I know Usher, like I agree with Jaguar, right? Because if I'm correct, Usher discovered Justin Bieber. And then there's a footage. Well, let me show you one last footage for you to see what I'm talking about. Because you know what? I won't, because it's got tricky. Let's just say it involves Justin Bieber hanging out with P. Diddy for 2 days. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't show what happened to Justin Bieber. It's like Justin Bieber's hanging out with Diddy for 2 days, but still, this is Diddy we're talking about. And this guy is like 54 years old and all that, but now he's facing like a possible life sentence for the crimes he committed, and the fact that he's placed on the same threat level as the mafia and the drug cartel is not looking good for him. Because right now it's going to take a while to get to, they got a lot of evidence, but they're not going to stop there. They're going to make the case so airtight, so concrete, a cockroach cannot squeeze through it. They are determined to put Diddy away once and for all, but will make sure that, to get others. Don't be surprised if Diddy starts flipping on his friends. Don't be surprised. there's like a New Jack Wesley Snipes character start turning on the person who helped organize it. That's that. I forgot the guy's name. He's that super smart, educated kid, and he threw him on the bus. Don't be surprised if P. Diddy start throwing other big names under the bus. Don't be surprised. But once again, fellas, I want to thank you. Female Riding Dies. This is like being weird, wild, crazy, and all that stuff. Sorry I made you feel uncomfortable, but this stuff you gotta know because there's some very powerful people who like in terms of the entertainment business, who try to aspire to be rappers, singers, musicians. You gotta be careful who you deal with, because not everybody is out to help you, and they might do, if anything, the opposite. They would try to control you, thus harming you. So be safe out there, stay blessed. Once again, thank you once again.